Hey,
hello.
We're back.
Look at us.
We did it.
We're all in the same country.
We're here together. We did it.
We did it.
Yay for us.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Cult Show.
For the episode everyone's been waiting for.
That's right.
The cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover.
Her lover.
We heard you all requesting it, and we finally are showing it.
We listened. You're welcome, America.
You're welcome, Portugal.
And the world. That's right. What?
This is sarcasm.
It is. Well, it is and isn't. But hey.
Well, someone asked for it.
We've been gone for a while. Some have been traveling. Some have been doing whatever the hell you guys did. And so, but we're here. We finally made it. The family is back together.
The family unit for Thanksgiving.
It's been a month, basically. Yeah. So,
yes, but no. I feel like we went really hard in October.
Think so?
We did.
Okay.
So people were like, I need to lay down. They couldn't take anymore. They couldn't take anymore. They needed a break.
They were done with us.
They needed a break. But we have all of our episodes planned out for the end of the year.
Yes, we sure do.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah. Oh. Including, we should tell people now, we should tell them the New Year's Eve. Our rockin' New Year's Eve.
Oh, is it back?
Yeah.
Our rockin' New Year's
where we do
Eve?
A live show.
Don't sue us, Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan, Dick, Tracy, Seacrest, Clark, New Year's Eve.
It's not rockin', it's boppin'. It's our boppin' New Year's Eve.
There'll be no rocking.
Anyway.
So that's always fun, and we just stream for a long period of time and do a lot of funny, silly, fun stuff. So.
Yes.
Indeed.
That'll be a hoot again. Yeah. Other than that, I guess Caleb will let us know who is with us.
All right.
In the chat.
Bust out the planchette.
Writing down some last minute names here. Okay. So, in studio, running things, as always, our Obi-Wan of OBS, producer Scott.
That one's still good. That one's still fresh.
I like that one, yeah.
We have got Haley, the PA. Are you PAing today, or are you just viewing? Emotional, okay. Our emotional support friend. How's that?
All the above.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Pod people of the future, thank you. Hopefully you get to listen to this. I don't know. We had some problems last time, so...
Yeah. Sorry, Potters. It's been even longer for them.
Yes.
So our mics weren't so good
okay.
last episode.
Well, fingers crossed that this time it works. Let us know if you get to hear it in the future. But then in live chat right now, we've got Miss Movie Buff Laura, Mindy, Horror Movie Addict,
Mindy,
Tommy Levette, and Mark Vision's Truth.
Mark.
All fine.
Anybody else?
Lurkies.
Not seeing anyone. Maybe some people lurking.
Thank you guys for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. We missed you all. And to that, we wish you a very happy Friday. Cheers.
Chin chin. Cheers.
So refreshing. It's like
okay.
Thanksgiving in a cup.
So, let's talk about
what we've been doing
before we talk about the cook, the cock, the wife, and the. I think I got it right. Okay, I actually wrote these down because I wanted to not forget them. Interview with the vampire, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interview with the mother effing vampire. So we got the trial because it's on AMC Plus, and we don't have that channel, so that we could watch it. Oh my God, it is so good. I know Caleb is a huge fan of Anne Rice, just like I am, and I'm sure lots of you are as well out there. I thought the changes were great. I thought that there was like a lot of dialogue that's like verbatim from the books. Like, I think the heart is true. I think it's wonderful. It is gay as you wanted it to be, and beautiful, and loved it. I have a tiny gripe, but it's kind of like a little bit more of my own thing. But other than that, I think the choices, the changes, perfect, while also still being like a really beautiful and true adaptation. I love the people that are on the show. They did a companion podcast. So we got lots of behind the scene things and interviews
nice.
and stuff. And that just like makes the whole experience like even richer. So Interview with the Vampire, she's here for it. She's here for it.
Okay.
Then I watched a movie on Shudder called Salom, Salom, S-A-L-O-U-M. It is a Senegalese horror movie. It's the first horror movie I've ever watched that's from Senegal.
Yeah.
And it's in French with subtitles. And it kicked ass, and I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Go into it as blind as possible and just enjoy the ride. I think you guys would really like it.
Okay.
I think a lot of our audience would really like it. So I love it. Senegal, give us more horror movies.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Nice.
Think about.
I finally watched Queer for Fear on Shudder.
Oh, yes.
Loved it. Thought it was great.
So good.
You'd brought that up a while ago. Actually, that's been on my list for like a while now because our show didn't happen 2 weeks ago. So, I'm just sort of tacking on.
Ticky-tacky.
I started Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. Only 2 episodes in.
Okay.
Loving it. Think it's great.
Shit, I forgot
And then yesterday just started Wednesday.
That's what I forgot to say. So we started Wednesday. 2 episodes in.
I think I'm 4 in now, and I think it's great.
My heart exploded with love. It's so good. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've got.
Oh,
So,
okay.
High five,
Yeah.
high five.
Cool. I'm behind, so I still have 2 episodes left of Cabinets of Curiosity. Haven't got to Wednesday yet, which I really want to do, so I'm still catching up.
Okay.
We'll allow it.
You may notice I am wearing Creep Show stuff.
Creep show on creep
So
show on
colorful.
creep show.
Creep Show on Creep Show because
Creep show all the way down.
while we were gone during our hiatus, Creep Show celebrated its 40th anniversary.
Happy birthday.
November 10th, 1982.
Happy birthday.
So 40 years. I just wanted to give a little
Nice.
shout out to
40
Creep
years of
Show.
love.
Yeah.
There's another reason I'm wearing this crazy, colorful concoction, which will come up as we start discussing our movie. Also, Dahmer. I got through Dahmer. I know it's everyone's done Dahmer by now, maybe, but I finally got through it.
Yeah.
I finally got that goddamn song from Casey and the Sunshine Band out of my head. Please don't go. Don't go.
No.
It's like they play it over and over, and you just kind of like walk around, and at least I did in a daze for like weeks.
Yeah, it's
Just kind of humming the the opening to that song. But I thought it was fantastic. I know you
We
watched
love
and
it.
loved it, right? Did you
Love
see
it.
it? Not yet? Okay.
No.
But
Like I said, Niecy Nash, here's your word. I love you. Thank
but
you.
Evan was awesome, and
He was,
all the
but
supporting
like I
cast.
love
so.
her, and it's like all of her years of service. I feel like she really, like, I don't know. A lot of people obviously knew her and loved her, but a lot of people didn't know her. And it's like, yeah, we've all been saying she's fucking amazing since like Reno 911.
Reno,
yeah.
Well,
Heard nothing but great
So
things.
I still think it's going to be a
A fever dream.
fever dream and or a April Fool's joke. But
Well, I know a lot of the things that happened in it didn't really happen.
No,
And, like
it's
it's kind of like he's kind of spoofing
total revisionist.
the biopic
Yes,
in
it's
general.
no. The whole
Yeah.
thing is a parody of parody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's got a sense of humor that I was not expecting. I honestly can't recommend it enough. I mean, Rachel Lee
Good.
Cook playing Madonna, and then of course Daniel Radcliffe playing
So
Weird
amazing.
Al.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a lot of cameos in it. It's
Nice.
It really it's better than I ever thought it would be. I'll be honest.
Ooh,
So,
yay!
I was just like, wow, this is really funny. They did a great job with it. And then finally, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but I was abroad.
Yep.
I was in Ireland and Scotland for a couple weeks, discovering the world.
Yourself.
Myself, exactly. So I got arrested only once for doing it, but it's okay.
This was your eat, pray, love.
That was it.
Were you looking for things that belong in a museum?
I was looking for all kinds of things, Caleb. Looking for my twig and berries, but anyway.
Didn't find 'em.
So
Didn't find
instead of trying to talk about what I did, what I saw, I just threw together what I thought was going to be a quick little compilation so you guys could see it.
Okay.
But ended up being like 14 minutes long. But we're going to show it now so that we get an early bathroom break. So please enjoy
okay.
this look at the last 2 weeks of my life. So I'm in Scotland right now, and this is Loch Ness. Believe it or not, I am here looking for the monster, looking for Nessie. Thus far,
We ain't found shit.
Nessie, come out and play. Whew, chilly. It's so quiet at the Loch Ness. This is what you do when you go Nessie hunting. Nice and quiet. So as to not scare any Loch Ness monsters, any Nessies. Hi there. Nessie. You have to just give her some calls. Nessie. Maybe splash in the water a little bit. Nessie. Does one eat bright orange mushrooms from the Scottish Highlands out in nature? Is that a yes or a no? I say no. This is our quaint little hotel in Inverness that comes with the real key. I'm going to show you guys real quick this cool room. It's a cute, quaint little room with a door that has a real key. Okay, this is the entrance to the room. It's very cute. It's got 2 beds. It's got the wallpaper, and it's got me. You can see it's got the floral pattern in the wallpaper. It's pretty sweet. It's got real curtains and a valance. And it's got a beautiful view of the Inverness train station. Look at that view, baby. Living it up. And the wonderful, wonderful, all night long call of the conductors telling everyone their trains are now boarding. It's been a hoot. But aside from that, it is still a very cute little room. We have enjoyed it. This is the bathroom. I'm sure Jen doesn't mind if she's getting ready. Nah, she doesn't mind. There we go. See? Bathroom, toilet, mirror. Hi, babe. See? So cute. Okay, that's our room in beautiful Inverness. So yeah, welcome to the Glasgow airport. Not the Glasgow Mall, the Glasgow airport. This is Jen, 6:45 in the morning.
6:53.
Glasgow airport. As usual, unhappy that she had to be woken up at 5 a.m. But we're at the upper deck lounge, kind of relaxing in a nice way at the airport. And she refuses to eat anything and doesn't like any of the waters they have. Whereas Neil has already drinking 1.5 cups of lime water and eating a bowl of porridge. That's the airport runway. That's my reflection in the window. Well, if ever there was going to be an Irish slasher, this would be the place they'd get us. Walking through the woods as the sun goes down, all by herself. Maybe this is where the leprechaun will get us. Just give him your shoes. No, that's how you get away from him. He has to clean the shoes. Oh well. It's a stupid movie and a stupid premise, so it doesn't make any sense anyway. This is how American Werewolf in London happened.
Great.
We're at this beautiful abbey. Borkmore, I think is what it's called. Out in the middle of nowhere in Ireland. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Ooh, a fresh grave. Oh my goodness, November 2nd, someone died. R.I.P. Mr. Scully. Wow, look at that. Just watching someone's tombstone, babe. That is impressive. You don't see this in the States. Memory to our blasted lives and collective bond. Well, not us today. Just let you go up there. There's the river. That Blarney River. There's a tree, that's Blarney Tree. And there is the Blarney Castle, which we will be walking to once we make our way through the grounds. But Jen wants to stop and read every little sign along the way. There's another sign there and I'm not going to stop and read either. Cute. See? Jen's stopping, of course, to look at it. There's a sign. There's the castle again. Closer this time.
There's also a spot out there across the bridge. Two rivers actually meet. River Martin and River something else.
And however do you know that?
River Design.
Oh my goodness. And arduous. This is the view from the Earl's bedroom. These stairs are itty bitty and wet.
Yep. Arduous climb.
I am doing with no hands.
Indoor lavatory. This is the toilet.
Oh, nice.
A wooden seat for 3 people would have run along the outer wall. Was built into the north wall. The prevailing wind for ventilation. Yeah.
And here you just would take a shite next to someone next to you.
Go right down
It
there.
would fall down there.
And a window for ventilation, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess. More stairs up.
Careful, babe.
I'm careful, babe. What's the worst that could happen? I fall all the way down the stairs?
Yes. There we go.
I know. Steep and
Narrow.
narrow.
Almost there.
Okay. I'm gonna start hanging on because it's getting really fucking steep.
There's another room.
They weren't kidding on this as far as You need to have one of those signs about people who died going to the Blarney Stone. Careful. This is incredibly slippery and steep.
No wonder it's one way, right, babe?
Yeah, oh yeah, no question. That is...
It's really tight in here if you're claustrophobic. Turn back now. Oh my god. Or if you weigh more than 150 pounds,
Hui.
you have to squeeze
Hui.
through.
Hui.
Okay. We are loved. The light.
Itty bitty stairs.
Look at this, babe.
I'm trying. I'm coming. That's a view. Woo. It's a view.
Castle grounds.
And it's a view over the edge. More steps.
Yep.
No, it's fine. I love steps. I love slippery, small steps. No standing. There, yeah, did you fall? I don't know.
You can step on the sides, and all around here, this is the only section you can stand, like it's just a bit wider.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wide enough to fall down? Yep. Holy shit, okay. I see what you're saying.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't realize I was open to the to down below. Yeah, okay. And this one.
Head down, Mr. Bottom.
Head down. Way down there.
Yeah.
Wow. Mwah. Whew, we did it. Thank you, sir.
No.
I appreciate it. This is just all the day how wet everything is here.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's our time. It's our time down here. You remove the headstones, but you left the bodies. Why? There's a lot of headstones here. This place is impressive. See how small Jen is compared to that opening? Pretty cool. Super graves. Side here. Of course, the Irish landscape. Grown over stone. Impressive. Right. Hey, birdie. What's up, birdie? He likes us. He's like, I like Americans. Nessie. Well, we tried. We do our best.
I am deceased. That twist ending.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Man.
Twist ending, though.
Yeah.
Dang. No.
Nessie forced me to stand in the corner with my back turned, you know, just waiting. It was kind of weird, but anyway. So yeah, in a nutshell, basically, I harassed my wife for 2 weeks straight. Is what it comes down to. So.
Is that
my
different
God.
than if
Anyway.
you were
that's a good
here?
point.
Yeah.
You just did it on a different continent.
I wish the review tonight was about that, because that was brilliant. I laughed so much. I laughed. I cried.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you. You know, one thing I didn't get. Our car did. I did pop a tire at one point in Ireland.
As you really thought you were gonna die.
Yeah. So and we were in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of sheep. So But I wasn't in the mood at that point to get the camera out and start filming.
You were just like
I
swearing.
was like,
You're like the dad, and
no, I didn't have the thing. So in the rental car,
okay.
so it was like, and it was rainy and getting dark. Anyway,
Got it.
That's a whole story.
all right.
Yay! That was great.
Thanks for watching, guys.
That's great.
So, and yes, Tommy, the birds liked me. There was,
yeah,
yes.
it was a nice bird.
We had a nice little breakfast there in the Trinity College, and the birds would just come around and say hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello. Good day, Governor.
but
We're all very
no,
jealous. We're
I-
painfully, disgustingly jealous.
I'll take you with me. And I got this souvenir from the rental car company.
It says "Drive on the left."
So
I
kept
would
it.
absolutely need that. I probably need that tattooed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
That's
everyone.
important.
Yay.
Okay.
New subscriber alert though.
Phil Enders, Mario Cabrera Jr. Oh my God! Hi, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
both.
joining
Welcome,
us.
new friends.
Yay.
I love you most of all.
All right.
All right, shall we watch a movie and review it?
Yes, please.
Well, we're not going to really watch it here. Okay. So long. We've all just been like holding our pose.
3, 2,
Or one.
1 and a half.
So,
-1, -2.
This film tonight was picked by Caleb, and it is called.
And Neil.
It was really mostly a Caleb pick, I think.
I feel like it was all Caleb's
You
fault.
feel
Yeah, no.
you feel partially responsible.
No, I
You know what? I don't
think
care.
I'm
I will take
responsible.
it. That's fine.
The cook-
But that can't just be my pick then.
Well, you're never gonna get
Because
picked again.
I have not picked anything in a really long time.
This was a dual pick. I'll take half the.
Okay. The cook, the thief,
His
wife, her brother.
lover,
Brother. It was written and directed by Peter Greenaway. This was my first Peter Greenaway film, and you can
Probably
find,
your last.
You can find a lot of people on the internet discussing his films, and a lot of them say this was not one of the better ones. A lot of people say it's one of their favorites. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Can we just get into it? Can I just get into
Let's
it?
get
Can I
into
tell you-
it.
Sure.
tell you how I feel? Okay. So it's a highly stylized film, and sometimes when you watch highly stylized films, they make you feel like, oh, this is like a really cool piece of art. Sometimes they can make you feel like things are distracting. Sometimes they can make you feel like this is a bit pretentious. Here's the thing. I would have liked this movie if it was a short. I mean, like maybe 30 minutes long. And that's not just because I don't like long things. I think this would have been a better vehicle for me to enjoy it if it had just been like short explosion of eye candy. I found the plot and the dialogue to be painful. Painful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you people. Long-winded. And just, I was watching it, I'm like, this just feels like there's no reason for this story. It just feels like it's a vehicle to like show everything he wanted to show. Lots of showing and not a lot of substance. And sometimes that can work for me. Again, I think it's more like in short bursts it works better for me. So then I was like researching this, and I was like, I'm not crazy. That's actually this style of filmmaking, which is formalist film theory. It's an approach to film theory, according to Wikipedia, that is focused on the formal or technical elements of a film, i.e. the lighting, the scoring, the sound, and the set design, the use of color, shot composition, and editing, and it is not focused on the plot.
Yeah.
Clearly. And not for me.
Not your
I'm
cup
going to send
of tea.
it back to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have, my notes are like a stream of consciousness. So look forward to that.
All right.
Okay.
What do y'all think about this
Go ahead,
movie?
Caleb.
Well, okay, so first of all, we should say why we picked this film in the first place. So we have a tradition now for Thanksgiving. We pick kind of a fucked up film and to discuss, right? Usually something involving things you put in your mouth, not necessarily food.
Whoa.
So, the first time we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Second was Cannibal Holocaust. Last year we did Sallow. And so I think this was right there with those ones. I will have to say that I enjoyed this one a lot more than Cannibal Holocaust or Sallow. I do not understand why it was rated NC17. I've obviously seen much worse. I thought it was beautiful to look at. I think his use of color and lighting and, costuming and everything was great. So I enjoyed this movie a lot. The last time I saw it, I was probably 16 years old. I had to lie to the person at the box office about how old I was because I wasn't 17 yet. This is another lakeside. This is another lakeside movie before I even worked there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. First of all, that Caleb, you sought this film out.
Yes.
To watch it. Was it like what's playing at the local theater that I can get into, or you're like, this movie sounds interesting, I want to go watch this? You remember?
35 years ago is a long time. Or 32, however many years, 30 plus years.
Pleading the fifth.
That's a long time. I really don't remember why.
Okay.
I think it's because NC-17 was a new rating that had just come out,
Okay.
and the newspaper was probably making a big to-do about this theater that didn't work out yet, that was playing independent films and had a double feature of 2 NC-17 films.
What was the other one?
Yeah, what was the other one?
It was a Spanish film called Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down.
Was that NC-17?
Yeah.
Oh. So I know you had that other one Pedro did that was Bad Education or something like that it was called. There's NC-17. Anyway.
Anyway, but
Cool.
I'm taking the pen away.
Well, it won't. I don't want it to write.
trying to get it to
write.
work.
Why do you
You're
need
trying
to
really
work?
hard.
Your segment later.
Oh, that's true.
Because the other one that was here that works is not here anymore.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. But anyway.
We need Haley the PA to find some pens.
If she were doing her job,
Find the pens, Haley.
instead of watching videos. No,
Trying to be anywhere but here.
I like this movie. So I haven't seen it since we played it in the theater. And
Yep.
I watched it then. I remember because I had to clean the theaters, I would stand in the back and wait for it to get out, and I can remember the end. When I watched it again, it all came flooding back. And it hit me hard. And I was like, oh my God, I remember the music and I remember all this stuff. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I guess I know what the hatred would be, but at the same time, I think I accept it for what it was, which is, like you said, the plot was, like you said, it was basically
Nothing.
this
Doesn't matter.
this dude just showing you how shitty he is, and then and what the wife does basically behind his back, and then but it's all about, like you said, the costuming and the lighting and the set design, all that kind of stuff, which is what I really enjoyed about it.
I don't think it's visually
So,
stunning. I
okay.
think the colors are ugly. I don't. No.
Okay.
Michael Gambon, I love Michael Gambon. And he, I think, was great in this movie, but he's also the only person that has anything to do in this movie. So,
Yeah, he definitely has like 90% of the dialogue.
90% of the dialogue. Yeah, and I love him. So that was fun. He really, I'm sure, had a lot of back pain from carrying this movie for 2 fucking hours and 4 minutes. So yes, Jean-Paul Gaultier did the fashion. It's very high fashion 1989, and so I appreciate that it is a time and place and piece. Aesthetically, I just did not find it pleasing. We'll just go through it. So we get Tim Roth as a fetus. This was like, he's like a toddler in this movie. This had to be one of his earliest film credits, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't even know that Reservoir Dogs
No, that's in
come
like
out
92.
yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
I said it here, Dumbledore is mean. Because Michael Gambon later played Dumbledore, among his many other brilliant credits.
They established very quickly
He is mean.
that Albert is a son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch!
He is
Yeah.
he is an antagonist to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, he's, quickly.
I can also tell you, too, producer Scott disliked this movie more than I did. Like, I think he actually became, like, he caught a fever. Like, he came down with an illness after watching this movie.
Angry.
Angry hate.
And again, like, for me, I didn't find this movie controversial, envelope pushing, gasp, shock, and I didn't find any of that. I'd probably rather watch Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, but
Okay.
not so. So for you guys who love to defend this movie, what the fuck is with that kid in the singing? What the fuck is with that kid? Scott could not stop, and like our cat was freaking the fuck out because the horrible kid would sing and it scared the cat, and then Scott's like, ah, like singing at the cat. He like my husband.
I know. I actually had to look up what Aesop was, but
Play it.
I did not know what that was.
Yeah. On my wound.
So basically, he's a dishwasher, right?
Yes.
And what things do you have better to do when washing dishes other than to sing a concerto, or
Sure.
some kind of operatic something or another? And he was a little boy. Like if you took someone from the Mormon Tabernacle Choir and dropped him into this film.
Or like a Venetian choir, some sort of boys.
Something.
Well,
I mean, the
karate.
movie opens with curtains opening.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I just feel it's just, you're just in for a visual treat, you know, or an auditory treat. And,
Right.
I feel
you
like
know,
it's
they
more
just
like a
happen to
trick
get
than a
this
treat.
little, you know, soprano kid.
A castrati.
I can tell you, and maybe this isn't the right place now, but I can tell you what that piece, that child singing does for me in the film.
What does it do
You know.
for you, Neil?
But so in a whole, okay, you know what? My outfit here, my outfit to me kind of describes the movie, right?
Sure.
It's extremely colorful and disorienting.
I
So-
wouldn't say this movie was extremely colorful. It's 3 colors.
Well, in regards to like movies and their use
Yeah.
of colors, the colors are very in your face, right?
I love this.
So,
this
but-
I love. This
And-
I love.
Anyway, but I mean, I don't know. The movie, to me, the film starts out. I don't. It's just. It's. I mean, jeez. It starts out like with a beating, and dog crap
Yeah.
smeared all over the
Yeah.
restaurant owner, and it just starts out in a very mean, negative way. Doesn't get any better from there. It gets worse. And the boy singing just throws more chaos into it for me. Like you're just, to me, like assaulted my ears, you know. And I'm just kind of like you know, I was like, ugh, what's going on here? Yeah, you know, kind
You
of
felt
thing.
uncomfortable.
Yes, I mean, and that's I liked a movie that made me feel that way.
And speaking of Cannibal
Period.
Holocaust, dead animals everywhere. Dead animals everywhere.
At least they weren't.
For me as a veggie type, I told
Yes.
Scott, I was like, this is fucking revolting.
Yes,
we
believe me, we knew
like-
that was a thing. for
It's
you.
just like, ugh. Okay.
There's the 2 trucks that pull up, and then with, with all the dead animals and
Great.
the meat delivery.
No, I get that it's supposed to be like a play. I get that it's supposed to be like vignettes. Cool. And then I said, oh, good, the kid's singing again.
And again.
Because you don't have to wait long to hear that beautiful angelic voice. Oh, look at this comment I have here.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren's black mop hat looks like Mo Howard's wig.
Okay.
Mo from
From
Three Stooges.
Three Stooges, yeah.
where's
Okay.
the lie?
Okay.
It was Mo's hair on her head. She scalped Mo to make a hat.
So you don't like any of the, like the film? I mean, aside from okay, you have the opening scene with the beating and the dog poop smearing and all that stuff, right?
Right, yep.
And then it gets into, which is one of many long side tracking shots, right, where all
Correct.
the action is moving very slowly. The camera's just panning through the kitchen,
Sure does.
then into the dining room, and then
It just keeps panning.
and there, and then it comes back or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a very simple in a way, but it had to be staged.
It is,
and
but it's
rehearsed.
set up very well because the kitchen is one color, the dining
Right.
room's one color, the bathroom is another color, and everything changes.
I guess for me, like
even
as a-
even the color of Helen Mirren's clothes change when she goes from room to room.
I-
Right.
I, as somebody with theater background, like Scott as well, and you too. I mean, like I get that. I've seen that. I wasn't like, oh my God, every room's a different color and it's like a stage. Like I wasn't grabbed. I wasn't grabbed by that. I wrote some dialogue
Yes.
because there wasn't any. So
You wrote your own dialogue?
I wrote my own dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I know we literally haven't spoken, just saw one another for the first time, but could you fondle me in this hallway? Perhaps sex in the bathroom? I guess they had a romantic connection over how he can't eat food with a fork like a small child.
Who, the lover could?
his
The Michael
food just keeps
character.
falling
Yeah, again, they established that it's a play, that it's not really reality. He is the polar opposite to Albert because he is quiet. He's not
Reading a book.
He's reading a book. He's
by himself, not in a big group.
He probably
no gang.
knows how to use a napkin, and he's
Not a fork, though.
He's cultured, and that's what she's attracted to.
Scott, what did you call the lover? You called him the most
Milk toast.
milk toast.
Milk toast.
I say the lover is boring, bland, and a creeper. He is a creeper.
Boring and bland, I'll take it. That's what she'd like.
But he's always just like...
Absolutely. I think she wants boring and bland. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
she certainly
we
found
haven't
it.
established, what does Albert do? What is his stature in life?
Al, he's a gangster.
He's a-
and considers himself something of a gourmand.
Yeah.
So now he's a new restaurateur.
Yes, the restaurant owner owed him.
Yeah.
And, so,
And he is also, I would say, a monologuist by trade. And like sometimes I don't know if they were supposed to be funny, but I was laughing. So there was kind of that too.
I think there's a large.
No, I would
I
agree
think
with
they were
that.
supposed to like be like offensive, the things he was saying too. But I was like,
Some
this
of
is
it.
Well,
kind of-
no, I feel that they are just giving you just so much ammunition to just hate him. We're supposed to hate him.
Yes.
There's nothing redeeming about this
No.
person whatsoever.
I think I got more of a Stockholm
Think Justin
syndrome.
Long in Barbarian.
Yeah.
Like you're just not supposed to like this person.
He was the only one that would talk to me though, so I kind of bonded with him in this film. Could the movie be paced any slower?
Yes, I think it could.
Really, I'm not positive unless they literally slow motioned the film.
I don't know.
Yeah, I again, it was 2 hours and 4 minutes long, and I had not a problem with it.
Oh my God, Scott and I took a stretch break.
It's basically, I mean, like you said, it's vignettes of.
Yes.
Did you take a stretch break in an hour and a half long movie?
I felt like taking a night nap in the middle of this movie.
Just in the 14-minute clip I showed you, got out twice in that stretch.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch any of that. I'm just kidding. I was glued to the screen for that video, and it was really funny because like this is like the twinsy, because I would say something and then you would say it in like the past, and it's like stop this twinsy and I. So the cook, who believes in love.
The cook's a good guy.
The cook's a great guy. Let's go have sex in the bread closet.
Yes.
That's our first sex scene, is in the bread basket.
In the bread
Right
room.
in the bread. Oh my God. The boy, he says at one point, "Should I sing for you?" Christ, no. Please, for the love of God.
I'm trying to maintain an erection, boy.
Maybe you guys can explain to me why there's dogs everywhere.
Because they're fed. There's a lot of shit going on around there.
Sure. So it's symbolic.
I
it's
think
metaphor.
honestly, I think they're in a. They didn't say what city they're in, right? It's just kind of a random.
Kind of French. It seems
somewhere-
kind of French, but not
It
really.
could be, but I don't know. But the large cities like that, where there's no animal control, at least back then.
Oh, yeah.
Animal control. I don't know when this takes place. It could
Don't
be modern
either.
day. It could be a little bit in the past. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it's kind of in between times.
But I mean,
yeah.
animals run loose, especially in a. Cause it wasn't like the best location for a restaurant.
It seems like a bad
Especially
part
one
of
is-
town.
Well,
Big
they
as
only
that.
show the back entrance too, so
Right.
you have no idea what the front
That's a good
even
point.
looks like.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But
And it is the back
like
alley. they
it
come
does
in and
open
out.
with someone getting dog shit smeared all over him. So
And then they host
I
box
guess they
where
just
the food is prepared.
Well, but remember, the sous chef is shirtless with a big old beard and no net.
You know what's funny
So-
is like I feel like they gave him like a lot of screen time, and then we didn't see him again until like the last
Right,
act,
to the
and it was
last
like,
bit, yeah.
and I'm like, where's guy with no shirt?
Where's the no shirt guy?
Where's he at?
Where's the guy cooking the soups?
More
I did
dialogue.
like him holding the bowl on his on his bare belly,
Great. We don't-
stirring.
Oh my God! Or like when I call Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
When Helen goes back there and she's like all like like eating
Oh,
that. Like,
dipping her finger in
and
there.
I'm like, could we please use a spoon? Oh, I wrote more dialogue.
Okay.
Let's do sexual congress in the fromage room in front of these innocent cheeses.
Okay. I wrote some real dialogue that came from Albert. Can I read it? This is the line he said.
Sure, it can't be
Please.
any worse than what I've written.
This tells you how he thinks he's, like you said, like gourmand, right?
Yeah.
The line, the naughty parts and the dirty parts are so close together, shows how closely related sex and eating are. I mean, come on.
You should put that on like.
That's on my gravestone. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say embroidered on a tea towel for your kitchen.
That's what I want on my next shirt.
And then don't worry.
The Cole Show, the naughty bits and the.
We're very close together. So then the little boy gets his hair cut in the kitchen. Cool. Glad we showed that. Then I'm talking about Michael Gambon. I'm just going on about him. The things I've already said. I love him.
The little boy gets more than his haircut though. At one point.
At one point he's bathing in a pot in the back too. Why do we need to see the child's haircut and bathing ritual in the kitchen?
It's
bad enough to hear him sing.
I feel like it's just an absurdist reality going on in this film. You know what I mean?
I
mean, why not? They're having sex back there too, so why not bathe and?
First of all, Helen Mirren, God bless her. First of all, she was 45-ish doing this movie, I think it was.
I don't know for sure.
Must have been,
which typically that's when you start to age out of, women of the nudity and this stuff. But I mean, her and her lover in the film are naked through most of the film, running around in the bathrooms of this restaurant or the book depository.
You see all the bits.
And I mean, I don't know. I just respect her for doing that, and then I don't know. I don't know.
The nudity doesn't bother me at all.
No, the nudity is fine, but
nudity
I'm very impressed. I had a point with this, and I lost it.
We were talking about bathing and
the boy. I don't know.
The boy.
When they're having the relations in the bread room, the cheese room, whatever,
the bathroom, the book room.
Once they're in the back, the back of the house, back of house lovemaking that was going on.
Yeah, and everybody's just chill.
There's people walking in, like they're in the bread room. People are just grabbing bread out of there. They're in the
meat locker. Get a pheasant.
Like it was no big deal. They were just doing it with.
I think they all just hate Albert so much that they're just like, yeah, fine. Do it.
Yes. It was interesting.
I think we were all waiting for sex in the meat locker, and we had to wait a real long time to get that payoff. Boy in the pot. Okay, so this, at some point I started to just lose the thread. I'm jumping way.
So Helen
Mirren,
Mirren,
way ahead here. So.
the wife of Albert, who is the gangster, basically is having this affair. Obviously behind his back, but right under his nose at the same time. They go to this restaurant every day.
Probably not a good idea to have the affair in the restaurant.
But that's how self-absorbed this guy is with his...
He catches on pretty quickly, actually, to their affair.
Yeah, he needs help, though. He needs people telling him.
Yeah, he's led there.
Yes, he is just, I don't know, obsessive over his wife by nature,
Possessive, I would say.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I don't think he knows what's going on. It's not until that other woman tells him,
one of his henchmen,
do you know what's going on here?
Yeah, like he almost caught him in the bathroom that one time.
That was
but again, has no idea what's going on. But yeah. I did like that scene though, where she comes out and he's standing right there, and
thank God they didn't say anything.
Michael immediately just like sulks back into the slinks like
stall.
back into the stall.
There's a little bit of dialogue throughout the movie with Michael and Georgie, and it's very painful. Like all of their dialogue was just. What was the prick? She called the prick marvelous or something?
Marvelous,
beautiful.
Something. Yeah.
We were laughing for a long time about that one. We're like, his beautiful prick.
They're English.
They could have just chopped it off and hung it up in the meat room. It's so darn pretty.
Later.
All of the rest of my notes are about the end of the film.
Okay.
So I'll wait till we get there.
Is there anything you want to say?
For a movie that you guys are like, it's
no, I'm trying to remember where we left
say.
off. Okay, so they eventually get caught.
Yes.
Albert and his gang feed Michael pages from his book and kill him. Well, actually, the poor angelic little opera dishwasher, he gets physically assaulted.
Yes, he buttons that time.
And they start to cut off his belly button.
Can you cut off belly button?
I don't think
you cut it out.
Yeah, I think he just cut it into it.
Okay, so he gets assaulted. That's how they find out where the wife and the lover are.
Excuse me, in the book depository.
That should have made you happy.
Oh, I love the books. The books were great.
I know. Wouldn't you
Could've done a
like
lot more
getting
than
it on
books.
like in a room full of books?
Should have been
like
the whole
on
movie
top
was
of
that.
books.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everyone loves laying on
That was part
books.
2. Part 2, they do that.
Oh, great. There's a sequel. Oh, great.
Okay, so Albert and the gang, they kill Michael by feeding him his favorite book.
Yeah.
So Helen Mirren, in her, I don't know, pain, in her anguish, in her sadness over losing this beautiful, beautiful prick,
Marvelous.
goes to the cook.
Hell of a prick.
Why is he called a cook, by the way? Isn't he like more of a chef?
He's definitely a chef. Yeah.
I think cook just
He's
rolls
like a
better.
chef.
Just
cuisine.
sounds better. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, goes to the cook and says, I want you to cook.
Can I come
Michael.
in here? Can I come in here? Now
I thought you said you were done.
No, I said not till the end. Do I have more notes? A lady gets a fork to the face, and
That was pretty cool.
And Michael being force-fed book pages, and I still wasn't interested. So that says something. I was still just like, so that conversation with the cook, you missed a crucial part of that. When she decides that their love was not real unless people saw them having sex. And so then she wants the cook to recount it, and she cries. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what the actual fuck is this? I'm not moved. I don't feel whatever you're trying to make me feel. And then, this is really like something that really bothered me. She tells him to cook Michael. Why did they put that conversation in there? Because the ending, in my opinion, would have been a lot more powerful if they just roll out Michael, and I would have liked him to wear those little white things they put on turkeys on his feet. Is that so much to ask? Why did they put it in? Oh my God.
Okay.
They showed it, and they shouldn't have showed it. But yeah, there's also the sex conversation.
I agree with you on that, 'cause I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, they probably should have cut that conversation, because it would have been more effective just to have them rolled out without knowing what was going to happen.
Takes the steam out.
So I agree. That I do agree with.
Yeah, of Michael.
Of Michael,
And his carcass.
who was still steaming at that point.
It was.
Yeah, he was.
Very much so.
He was fresh from the oven. They must have had a big pizza oven.
Yeah.
Man.
They had a good pizza stone to put him on. And
little cornmeal down on there so he doesn't stick.
For sure.
Yes, what did you think?
But
of that
everyone that
conversation?
he has
Yeah.
wronged is in the procession, holding
Should have done this a lot sooner.
the Michael platter, which was kind of interesting because even the woman that got stabbed in the face, which
Yeah.
was part
And the
of,
henchman,
you're like, well, I don't know that I want you here.
Yeah, who invited that lady?
Like, it's actually your fault that.
that this happened. Yeah.
I thought what was funny was, so Tim Roth was still behind Albert, right?
Yes.
At that point when they first bring
Yeah.
Michael out and lay him
Yeah.
in front of Albert. And then, who was it? Someone just picks Tim Roth up like
Oh
a
my
wrestler.
God. Turns out the people who work in the kitchen are like straight up WWE
Yeah.
quality wrestlers, and they just like dispatch two men.
They just but they pick Tim Roth up and you don't even see any. I'm like, I want to see, does he get thrown out off a balcony? Like, what happens? They just take him out
I
and
know,
that's
who
it.
knows?
It's like, there's no more Tim Roth.
It's probably the shirtless sous chef.
So, yeah, it probably was. They cook him too, probably.
They probably cooked him in a big stock pot.
That would help.
That would have been nice to see.
So they basically, Albert, the revenge
Yeah.
for Georgina and everyone really is to cook Michael and then force Albert to eat Michael.
Have a little bite.
which
Just have one choo-choo bite.
I love the ending because it was somewhat nostalgic for me, because again I would sit in the back of the auditorium and wait for the movie to get out, and I
Right.
watched the end a lot.
Yeah.
So when it came up, and then there's a scene like she's like, she's doing the talking now at this point, and she's basically, you da 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 da, so here you go. You said you were going to eat him, now eat him.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and then.
Yeah.
That scene where the camera then pans from her holding the gun at him, and when he actually finally realizes what he has to do, and that music just gets like this really like crazy, like insane, like disorienting kind of music where it's just all like in your face kind of thing, and then, I don't know, I love it. I just think it's
I'm all for
Wonderful.
cannibalism in a film, but it was just unfortunate because at that point they just lost me, and I couldn't even enjoy the cannibalism.
Wow.
But it's probably I think, the best part of the movie. It's probably the most, I don't know, I think the most effective, interesting scene, the music, the lighting, everything is the last scene. And again, this is like makes me feel like this would have been more powerful, in my opinion, as a short. And so then we could just, get to that really good payoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like she says, her famous line, because Michael has splayed full Monty right there. And she says, "Try the cock, Albert. It's a delicacy." And you know where it's been.
Exactly.
Which is like...
She's serving at the end.
Which is awesome.
It just, yeah.
And
I
then,
wish
yeah,
it
and
just,
then he
I
takes
just
a
saw
bite.
the movie just in the end. Yeah.
And then she shoots him in the head and says,
He
"Cannibal."
He does his little bite.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, like, he's not going to get through a whole Michael in one sitting.
Not one sitting, no.
I mean, he'd have to be like, can somebody at least please grab a fork?
I mean, it's
like,
like
get in on this.
if I eat all of Michael in 1 hour, do I get my name on the wall? A free T-shirt?
I ate Michael!
Hey, Mikey, I like it.
I just find it amusing that she shoots him and then says "cannibal."
Yeah.
Like, you could have shot him for so many other things, but
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, he was willing to, eat someone, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I like the fact
I
that it
agree
was
with you.
dark at the end.
Yeah.
and revenge. But that's okay.
You're,
You know what?
you're not
It's okay
you're
that
not
we
gonna
don't
yuck
always-
my yum. I liked it.
That's that. And it's the best part.
I'm
That's the
surprised you
best
didn't
part.
like more. I am surprised you didn't find the set design or the, any of that kind of stuff more interesting.
I didn't find
But-
it super visually appealing to me
Okay.
for the things that I like to see. And then again, like I've discovered, I do, even if it's a stupid plot, I still would like it. Some story
Okay. All right. Well,
to move my 2 hours along.
there you go.
2 hours.
So Caleb and I enjoyed. Scott, Sandra did not. Haley, I don't know
Did
where
not.
Haley fits.
No,
in.
Haley,
Didn't say
no.
did not.
Did
Haley,
not.
2 thumbs down. Thank you, Haley. You are the real one. This room.
It must be a generational thing, maybe.
Maybe.
I wish
How's
that
that?
I thought this movie was controversial and cutting, but it just, cannibals, dime a dozen.
Bad men
Sure.
causing all kinds of trouble. He's a really bad dude.
Like I said, I think I got Stockholm
Like,
syndrome because he's
Beating
the
up
only
Helen,
one.
beating up the little kid.
He's the only one giving me anything to work with in this movie. So by the end, I'm like, he's not such a bad guy. Like, he has a lot of really interesting things to say. No, just kidding.
Wow.
That's silly.
Sandra's identifying.
Yeah,
He didn't do anything wrong.
I could have lived that life.
Yeah.
That's
He's just
funny.
a business owner trying to make a living.
This
right.
is his dream, okay, you guys? It's his dream to have a restaurant.
Eating black food is like eating death.
That one made me laugh a lot, and I was like, what
Yeah, I didn't agree with that, but
No,
that's
I
the thing, though. Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
olives.
Always. I know.
I don't know. All right, well, that is The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover.
Indeed.
Ta-da! Happy Thanksgiving. So what is next?
A game!
A game?
Well, you could
okay.
type your notes on your phone.
That's true.
You don't have to like.
Hi.
Hi.
You need a pen? I found a pen.
You got one?
Haley, the PA found a pen. Okay, so for the filmmaker, he was very inspired, he says, by Baroque, like Flemish, Dutch artwork. I love art and art history. This is not a time period I know a lot about. I know Rubens, and that was about it. So I thought it would be fun to play a little game where we put up one of these masterworks, and my 2 co-hosts have to tell us what they think the title of this piece is and what the subject, the message perhaps where this was hung, anything that comes to mind of the piece. Scott, would you, or Haley, could somebody be our timer for 30 seconds for each piece, please?
Yeah.
All right.
30
Get
seconds?
get the art flowing. Okay. And the first image is thus.
Wait, am I not in order?
Where am I starting?
It should be in order. Should be 1 on the top.
Okay.
How do I start? No. Yes?
You found the number 1. Yeah. Yeah.
A title and what's going on.
What's going on in this picture? And Scott is helping all of us at home. You can play along by seeing the picture on the screen and telling us what you think. What do you think's happening here? Really take it in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. For our first masterwork, what do you have? What do you have, Caleb? We'll start with you.
Okay, so the title of this is called My Sunday Morning. And this is a accurate depiction of me shopping at Trader Joe's.
I see the little red cart in the background.
Yeah. So,
Caleb, your eye is very good.
it's very, it's a smaller store, you know.
Yeah,
So,
they've got plants at Trader Joe's.
You know, so I mean, if you look closely, you can
Yeah.
see the person just standing there blocking everyone from getting the baby carrots.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, I just
There's
want
the baby
baby carrots.
carrots. Oh, yeah.
And they're just looking up and down, like looking for like celery or
Yeah.
something, you know, which
Yeah.
isn't there.
It's not
you
right
know.
there.
It's further down.
Sure.
Do you not shop here every week?
Trader Joe's is a massacre, and we love it because we are savages. What about you?
I think the title of this piece is Young Vader.
Young Vader.
Young Vader, and this is the
Is this
scene.
the Jedi Temple?
This is the scene after people running out of the theater after watching Episode 1.
I love it. George Lucas couldn't have done it better.
Yeah, you could not have.
Well, you guys have really good guesses. This is The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens, and it's depicting the Massacre of the Innocents
That was close.
from Matthew in the Bible. Okay.
From whom?
Matthew in the Bible.
Matthew,
In the
okay.
Bibli. Okay, here we have your second image. Time. So, you can see a lot of action in this picture. We see a lot of red. We see a lot of sort of a creamy color. We have, that might be a Shaves Lounge. And if any of these are wrong, people of the internet, don't get mad at me. I'm just doing my best here.
Time.
All right. We'll do the same order. Caleb.
Shit.
That's okay. You're really
So the
good.
title of this one is Baby It's Cold Outside.
Everyone's favorite Christmas classic.
And yeah, it's you know, on the left you've got a figure trying to coerce, you know, a young date, you know, that he would really like to stay. And she's saying, my brother won't like that.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah. I mean, that seems right in kind of a Norman Rockwell version of it. How about you, Neil?
I believe that this is actually called Mime.
Mime.
Mime, yes. And it depicts what I believe to be a young woman hitting the side of the glass box and falling over.
It's perfect. What's the action from the gentleman character?
Well, he's trying to grab her, but the glass wall's in the way, so he cannot reach out to her.
He doesn't know how mime works.
Well, yeah, right. He's like, oh, boink, boink, bonk. There's a wall there. I can't,
Wait, wait.
can't get to her.
You guys both had really, really good answers, but this is The Death of Semele by Rubens, and that's from the Greek myth of Zeus and Semele. he revealed himself in all his full thunder glory, and it killed her frail human self.
Wow.
And before her body was even cold, Zeus had snatched from it the 6-month unborn child, sewn it into his thigh, and when the thigh child was born, that was Dionysus.
Yes, the thigh.
Not Perseus?
Yeah. So that's what's happening there, but also good.
We were close, Caleb.
Now this one, you're going to recognize from the movie we reviewed.
Okay.
Yeah. This is prominent in the film, and it's up on like a fresco on the wall. And I'm sure when he talks about, you know, being inspired by paintings, it was probably like really specifically he wanted to make this scene. And Michael Gambon and Tim Roth and all the little hench people, they all wear these red sashes as well, which was, I don't know that that's common for gangsters. All right, perfect. Caleb.
I'm going to call this one a meeting of the clan. And this is the look I got when I walked in on the meeting. Like the record scratched.
Yeah.
They all stopped and turned and looked. I slowly backed out.
I would love it if you actually threw a match in the room. That would be perfect. But, you know, next time. I love it. And I think that is what Fran Halls had in mind when he painted it.
Yeah.
How about you?
So I think this painting is called Florida. And I believe this is Ron DeSantos' Thanksgiving.
Is that him? Is
That's
that Ron?
him right there. That's Ron right there.
Oh my
Right
God,
in
that is Ron.
Shit.
I invited all his friends. I love that this guy's got like this sassy like hand on
He's
the
got a
hip.
hand on the hip.
Yeah.
Bitch. Like I
Put your
love
hand
him.
on your hips.
So Caleb and I were close, actually,
I
together.
dip, you dip, we dip. They mistakenly call this the banquet of the officers at St. George
No.
Militia. No, and this was shows the officers at their farewell banquet, having just ended their 3-year tenure. The seating arrangement reflects their ranks, just like Michael and his men. But I think we all know what it actually depicts. And here we have number 4. This picture makes me smile. It makes my face hurt from smiling. And I will say, we're having a lot of fun here. These are literal goddamn masterworks, and they're absolutely gorgeous. But let's just take a little bit of the seriousness out of it. I love this child's hand. Aww. Kayla.
All right. So this was just a mock-up for the TV show Our Gang. On the right there, you've got Alfalfa.
Yes. You were missing the iconic point because of his chapeau.
On the far left, you've got Marla. Originally, Pete the dog was going to be a goat.
He was going to be a goat. Damn. Who's in the middle? Spanky?
I sure.
I think that's Spanky.
I just used all of my Our Gang knowledge there.
I like how Alfalfa is really showing us a little leg. Showing off the new legging. Yes, Neil.
Yeah, so I could have sworn that this was the painting titled Hey Baby. And what's happening
You
here
think they're cruising?
well, what they're doing is the goat is basically carrying the middle child into town, and they're going to sell that child for beans.
Any kind that they could get.
Because
Magic beans if they're
They
lucky.
can't
lucky.
afford 3.
Yeah.
3 is too much.
That's right. 2 is okay, but 3 no.
Yeah.
So this is another piece. Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, just look at this. Like, if I can make it bigger, if it will let me make it bigger, it won't let me. Look at this goat's face.
That
Yeah.
goat is loving this. Ba-da-da-da-da,
I
he's
think
loving
so. That goat is like, would you like to live a life deliciously?
it. Yes, he is giving major black Phillip.
Yes.
They actually called this one Portrait of 3 Children with a Goat. my friend home.
I love the titles of those.
love the
It's just
titles.
like very on the nose.
Number 5 is a very sassy picture.
Jesus.
Beautiful color, a lot of movement and motion. A lot of fun happening in this picture. We have straw, we have swords, we have a feather in the cap. All things children love. And a very nice boot.
There's your
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. They're very inspired. They're very inspired by this.
Okay.
piece. Go ahead.
So this is George the arithmetic horse. So the person riding the horse
Sure.
said, George,
George.
what is 5 plus 3?
Uh-huh.
And George went bat, 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 bat 8 times. The two people on the bottom are like, they don't know math very well.
They don't know it.
They're going, is that right? Because they took a bet between each other.
They didn't think that he
They
could
they
do
didn't
it.
think that he could do it. Yeah. So
Fools. Fucking fools.
don't mess with George.
What are the other two people doing? And the other horse? The other horse that
There's
looks
the
in awe.
trainer and the handler.
Yeah. And that horse is jealous as
If
fuck.
George gets that wrong, he gets stabbed by that sword there.
So you gotta lose your arithmetic
And
course
and
very
if
quickly.
the people on the ground get it wrong, then
Yeah.
they get stabbed. Obviously, they got it wrong.
Yeah.
So they're about to be stabbed. The guy going the is mad about it.
I'm so mad I'm getting stabbed. I
He
love
clearly
it.
already got stabbed once. At least in the
blood.
head.
First
Well,
blood.
this isn't his first arithmetic
Right.
pony.
That's how they should teach kids math, because I think it would really improve our STEM. How about you?
My title is called Portrait of a Man on Horse with Sword, and 3 men looking at said man who is on the horse.
Oh, that's really good.
And
Yeah.
and what's happening here basically is the guy on the horse just went through a McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah,
So, and the man.
I see the arches.
Yeah, you see right there. The arch is behind him. So,
Yeah.
And the guys are just they're just like, whoa, you got a Big
Whoa.
Mac. You're so lucky.
Yeah, he looks. The guy in black looks really like what?
What are you doing?
He's like, whoa, dude, you get a McFresh? What's up with that? So.
Make fresh. So this is a painting by Peter Van Dyke. Van Dyke. Ooh. Saint Martin dividing his cloak. So this is Saint Martin. He was a soldier, and he saw a man who really needed some warmth, and he cut his cloak in half and gave it to him. And yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I would
That
think
was very
that
nice of him.
I would think that Saint Martin shouldn't look so crabby about it. He was happy to give up half his cloak, but who am I to judge him?
No.
Okay. And we're ready for number 6. It's a very serious piece. Notice the gorgeous lace detail, the way the fabric folds. That is insane to me that anybody has that eye-hand coordination to make that. Scott, you seem like you might have an answer to this one. All right, Caleb, what do you see?
All right, so this is a still from the movie Multiplicity, and this is Doug's 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my God!
They haven't made number 4 yet, the copy of the copy, which isn't quite
Yeah.
as clear. But
Right.
Oh my God, this is
Very nice.
Multiplicity. Very nice,
Very good.
Caleb. Yes, Neil.
I thought this was the painting called Milky Way, and it's basically the test screening of the chocolate bar mascot.
The chocolate bar man.
Yeah,
I don't know
from
the I don't
The
know
Musketeer.
From the Musketeer.
The Three Musketeers.
Sorry, Three
Oh, the
Musketeers.
Three
Excuse me.
Musketeers.
Milky Way Musketeers.
Very different candy.
I blew that one pretty good. So
But
the
you-
Three Musketeers thing.
might-
Actually,
not be
it's just
wrong,
you
though.
missed one ingredient. One has caramel, the other does not.
Is one have
Otherwise,
nougat?
it's virtually the same candy
Nougat
bar.
is a great word. Scott,
But terrible for candy bars.
Scott, what do you see?
I see two answers.
Okay.
The inspiration to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror.
You got to start
Okay.
with yourself. Yeah.
And I'm gonna put this photo up right here. The original school photo.
Ah, yes.
I love it. Charles the First in Three Positions by Anthony Van Dyke.
Again, the Mr. Van Dyke.
You know, I really feel like my phone was auto-correcting some of these names, so I'm kind of winging the names.
Okay.
It's like D-Y-C-K.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's Dyke or Dick, but
Let's say that it is by Dick Van Dyke.
sure.
That
Okay.
works too.
Peter Dick Van Dyke. There you go.
Peter Dick Van Dyke.
Nailed it.
Here is number 7.
Oh, whoops. Let me get to 7.
I love the child's face in yellow. I live for that expression. We have jewelry. We have a lot of finery. Lot of
Don't start the
finery.
clock yet. I'm still thinking.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fuck.
Extra 15.
Can I
Yeah.
pass?
No,
Jesus,
you cannot.
I still got nothing.
Caleb, you know this. This episode has proven to people that you know art. You are on an intimate first name basis. And I think your answers have been fire. Don't doubt yourself now. Not when we're so close to the end. Meanwhile, Neil is just scribbling
Yeah,
away.
Neil's just a bad.
Look into their eyes. Look into the subject's eyes. I'm going to give them a few more seconds.
Okay.
Note the hands. See the hands.
I see the hands. Thank you.
Okay. See the roughs. For me, I would call this piece Some Like It Rough. Because they don't like
Okay.
roughs. But that's just me, and I think this child's wearing Yoda's blanket. How about you?
This is called Pilgrims on 3. 1, 2, 3. Pilgrims!
That was the first football game that they ever played on Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, Caleb, I knew you knew this. I would wear that outfit 10 out of 10. How about you?
Well, yeah. So initially, I wasn't to call this Ruffles.
The ruffles have
like the
riches.
They have ridges.
Yeah.
But then the more I looked at it, the more I think I mistakenly. This is actually this one was called side eye
Side eye.
because the
That's
guy
a fierce side eye.
the guy's like, well, man, I should have just used a condom.
I love the kid that's got like a finger on mother's bracelet too. He's side eye. We got a side eye here. We got a side eye.
He's side eyeing.
They're all side eyeing.
Well, I guess they don't like mom. That's what it looks like, huh?
This is the family of John Bruchel, the Elder by Rubens.
Rubens.
Mom and child are looking over to the right, like, oh my God, is the dog pooping on the floor again? And the father's just like, every day.
Every day of my
Yeah,
life.
he's like, I didn't want that fucking thing to begin with.
I don't want these fucking kids. I don't want this fucking
And then the
dog.
little girl's over there like, I see dead people.
I think I am dead. Okay, here is number 8. We're going to 10, so we're so close.
Okay.
We're so close here.
Okay.
Sounds like producer Scott might have an answer. You can see a lot of this one lion, maybe more than you ever wanted to see of a lion. You can really get in there. Some of these lions look crabby. We have lady lions and gentleman lions. Oh, this one with a plum.
I
We're
got
going to
it
go
just
with
in
you
time.
first. We're doing you first then.
Okay. This painting is called "It Puts the Lotion in the Basket,"
I love it.
and the gentleman is clearly a lion insemination technician.
So this is what inspired Silence of the Lambs.
Yes, I think so.
Wasn't that his job in Red Dragon? Is he,
That's right.
he did that with the turkey
I
baster?
think that was his job, yes.
That's why he was so crabby?
Is that what he's got in his hand right there? Or is,
You have never seen, if you have never seen a lion pout,
That's it right there, yes.
yeah. How about you, Neil? I mean, sorry, Caleb, whoever's over there.
Sorry, I titled this one "If I'm Lying, I'm Dying." Obviously, it's Daniel in the Lion's Den, but
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Yeah, see, I'm on kind of the same wavelength with Scott. I thought
Elton
that
John with the Lions.
I felt that this was an audition for The Lion King, and this actor got in there, and he realizes his competition, and he's just praying, like, "Oh, please let me get the toucan, just something. I need the work. I need something on my resume."
So that's not Buffalo Bill, is what you're saying.
no.
That's my interpretation.
Or Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
They're in the background. Okay, and number 9.
Number 9.
Oh, you can
my
almost
goodness.
hear and smell this painting.
Wow. There's a lot going on in
There's
this
a
one.
lot of movement.
Yeah.
And this was originally would have been a giant mural in someone's home. So this is
Jeez.
huge. This picture is huge. I hope you like red, and I hope you like yellow. That's what's happening in this picture. And the horses are back from previous episode. I don't know if that's the arithmetic course, but Caleb will probably clear that up for us. Speaking of, so now we've talked about photos and pictures, and now we're getting like the porn picture spam. So that's cool. How?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. How about you, Caleb?
This is called "What I Gotta Do to Get a Hippo and Crocodile Sando."
What I gotta do?
What I gotta do?
You gotta do a lot.
I mean, obviously one person can't do it on the ground there on the bottom right.
Yeah.
He failed epically. Oh,
Fatality.
is there a leopard in there too?
I don't know if it's like just a
Or is
skin.
that just a skin?
I think it's just a
okay.
skin.
All right. So they're trying to make a hippo and alligator or crocodile club sandwich, and it's failing.
It's failing. I love the horse in the middle's expression. Like, how did I get into this? This was me watching The Cook, The Thief. I was like, what did I do in my life to deserve this? Neil,
Yes.
what do you feel?
I believe the painting's name was Mama Alligator Shoes. And what they're doing actually is they are building a golf course in Palm Springs.
Oh, I see the palm trees.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yes.
Do you usually use these little dagger things and spears to build a golf
Well,
course?
I mean, it's
First, you have to clear the.
You got to clear the land.
it's a lesser, less preferred way to manage your labor, which is your
Your costs. You want to cut costs.
your hippo and your alligator, but
It's just like in Poltergeist.
basically, yes.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
So they called
This
this.
is a gritty, realistic retelling of Noah and the Ark.
Get on the fucking ship. Yeah, I like that. So this was the hippopotamus and crocodile hunt by Rubens. Apparently, a lot of European aristocrats liked to have these huge, dramatic, large-scale hunting scenes in their
Makes sense.
dining rooms.
How that would
Okay.
just yeah.
We're gonna go out
Final
on a
one?
high note. Number 10. There is a right answer to what we are seeing in this painting. I actually had this commissioned.
Did you?
A lot of work went into this. You guys don't even remember sitting for this portrait.
Oh, I remember.
You do remember?
Oh, I remember.
Okay. Felt like so long ago. It was before COVID. We got some sassy children in this picture. Sassy little children. Caleb, what do you see?
This is the Cult Show 3 promo pic.
Perfect.
So
yes,
this
thank
is
you. That is the right
This
answer.
is the autograph
Yeah.
picture that we send out depicting the three of us.
Oh, if you buy an autograph, we
Yeah.
will do that.
Yeah.
Which one
For sure.
is each of
For
us?
sure. Okay, so Neil is on the left,
The kid on the stairs?
I'm in the middle, and Sandra's on the right.
So I'm in the red gown.
Yes.
Neil's in the silver shoe, and you've got the sassy hand upon your hip when you dip. We dip.
When I dip, you dip, we dip. Yeah.
I love your hair in this picture.
I do too.
It really catches the light. And
I mean,
one thing,
it's not even a wig. We had that hair person we had that day
Yeah.
was fire.
Fire. So in my hand, I'm holding Space Face, and then on the stairs, that's producer Scott and PA Haley. The artist decided to depict them as birds. What do you see, Neil?
So this painting is actually titled The Conjuring 5, Annabelle 3, The Conjuring Wins.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and it's just about
They gave up.
three creepy-ass
They
haunted
gave up.
children and
Yeah.
2 birds.
It's just a money
Let's
grab
stop.
at that
yeah,
point.
exactly. It's just a money
Plot?
grab
What
painting.
plot? We don't
If
need a
we're
plot.
If we're being honest, we would wear these outfits for free. I
yeah.
have that hat.
Right.
You'd wear these little pantaloons.
No, I always do. What am I talking about?
And I look like I've lost a finger. Probably one of the birds that you
Probably.
So-
The one on the left is holding out the hand like, behold, birds.
I bring you birds. This is another one by Dick Van Dyke, and it is the Balby children.
What children?
The Balby children,
Balby.
which was us. This is a past
right.
life.
All right.
You guys did a great job. I'm
Good
so
job.
proud.
Thank you, Sandra, for pulling together some art for us.
Got it. That is my pleasure. You don't have to.
And you know what? I learned that Dick Van Dyke was a great Renaissance artist.
Every Van Dyke.
All of them, yes.
All the Van Dykes.
Yeah. They use their beards. They paint with their beards. In the little point.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Join us
What's
for
happening?
my birthday episode. We will be talking about the house.
Yes.
Where's it at?
Where's that house?
Where's that house?
It's on a.
Is it on a haunted?
It's kind of like
Is it on like a slope?
not quite a slope.
An apex.
Close.
A cliff.
I think it's the house on Haunted Cliff.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The original?
The original House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, Hill, yes.
Should we watch the black and white or the new colorized version?
That's going to be up to you, but I would recommend the black and white for an evening with Vinny,
Yep.
my cousin Vinny.
Cool.
All right.
So that's in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Sandra is turning yet another year older. Wow.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Unless she's from Orc, and then she's going backwards.
She's going backwards? That could be it too.
Well, I'm trying to Benjamin Button myself,
Okay.
but it's not. I have to eat the buttons off my uniform like the kid in the movie.
If you figure out how to do it, please let me know.
We'll meet in the middle.
I could use some help. Oh, man. Well, everyone, yeah, we'll
Night,
see you in 2
everyone.
weeks. Thank you so much for joining us. It was great to see everyone again. And, yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Laura, Mindy, Tommy, Mark Vision's Truth, and I saw Space Face Spacey pop in there at one point.
Thanks,
There's a bird in my
Sexbot.
hand.
Thank you, Sexbot, of
Sexbot.
course. If you're free later, come by my house. Otherwise, goodbye. One.
Or?
I might wanted to say the other
Oh,
word.
sorry. I thought you liked to be the last one.
No.